You walk into Walmart for toothpaste and walk out with $150 worth of stuff you didn't plan to buy. And this isn't an accident or a lack of willpower, because retail stores have literally engineered their layouts, music, smells, and pricing to hijack your decision making. The crazy part is, it works on everyone, even when you know about it. So let me show you exactly how they do it. The moment you walk through those doors, you've already been set up. Ever notice how grocery stores put flowers and produce right at the entrance? That's not random. There's a concept from behavioral economics called priming. When you see fresh, colorful, healthy stuff first, your brain goes, "I'm making good choices today," and you feel virtuous and responsible. That feeling gives you permission to make worse choices later in the store. It's like when you eat a salad for lunch and convince yourself you earned that dessert. Stores exploit this hard. They also slow you down on purpose. That wide open entrance with the seasonal display you have to walk around, it's called the decompression zone. They want you to slow down, relax, and get into shopping mode. Because the slower you move, the more you buy. And here's the kicker: they put essentials like milk and bread at the very back of the store. So you came for one thing, but now you have to walk past 47 aisles of stuff you didn't need. That's not convenience, that's strategy. Now let's talk about what's happening to your brain while you're shopping. Ever walked into Abercrombie and noticed that cologne smell? Or felt weirdly calm in a high-end store? That's engineered scent marketing. Studies show that pleasant smells make you stay in stores longer and remember the brand better. Same thing with music. Slow music makes you shop slower and buy more, while fast music rushes you out. They've found that music at 60 beats per minute, basically the speed of a resting heartbeat, keeps you in that sweet spot. Grocery stores pump the smell of fresh baked bread through the vents, even when they're not baking, because it makes you hungry, and hungry shoppers buy 20 to 30% more. The lighting is warm and flattering because when you look good in the mirror, you're more likely to buy that shirt. When the tomatoes look perfect under those specific lights, you grab them. Everything is designed to trigger a yes. Now, here's where it gets really sneaky. Stores track your eye level. The most expensive, highest margin products are at eye level. The stuff they want to move is at eye level. And at your kids' eye level, sugary cereal and toys. They know exactly where you're looking. And the numbers, you've seen prices that end in 99, right? Your logical brain knows 19.99 is basically 20. But your emotional brain sees a 1 in front and goes teen dollars. This is called charm pricing, and it increases sales by about 24%. But here's a deeper trick: anchoring. When you see a $20 jacket next to a $400 jacket, suddenly $20 feels reasonable. You're not comparing it to your budget, you're comparing it to the expensive one right next to it. And those sales signs, was 100 now 60? Here's the thing: that item was never actually 100. They jacked up the original price just to make the sale price look better. Buy one get one 50% off sounds amazing, but they just raised the price by 25% last month. You're not saving money, you're buying two things you didn't need at full price. Limited time offers. Only 3 left. That makes your brain panic. It's the scarcity principle. We're hardwired to want what's rare, even if we didn't want it 5 seconds ago. Now let's talk about the shopping cart. They're huge now, way bigger than they used to be. When your cart looks empty, you feel like you haven't bought enough. A massive cart with 3 items feels sad, so you fill it. The cart itself removes the pain of spending. When you're carrying items, you feel the weight. But when you're pushing a cart, it's frictionless. You're just tossing things in with no weight, no consequence. And then you get to the checkout. The candy, magazines, batteries. You've been shopping for 20 minutes, your willpower is depleted, you're standing there waiting, and your brain is tired. That's when they hit you with just one more thing. They have maps of your decision fatigue zones. The longer you shop, the weaker your resistance. This isn't just physical stores anymore. Online shopping has its own bag of tricks. Frequently bought together isn't a suggestion, it's upselling. Only two left in stock makes you panic buy. Free shipping over $35 makes you spend $10 extra to save $6 on shipping. They know exactly what they're doing. Look, here's the bottom line. You're not weak for falling for this stuff. These stores have billion-dollar research budgets. They've hired psychologists and behavioral economists to figure out how to separate you from your money. The average American spends about 40% more than they planned every time they walk into a retail store. That's not a coincidence. That's design. But now you know the game. You know about the decompression zone, the eye-level products, the anchoring, the cart size, the scarcity tactics, and knowledge is your defense. So next time you're in a store and you see those flowers at the entrance or smell that fresh bread, just pause and ask yourself, did I come here for this, or is this what they want me to think I need? Because the best way to save money isn't willpower, it's awareness.